Okay, once you've got your big holes drilled, now you're ready to feed these wires through the center hole, and there's a grommet that you're going to have to get into that hole as well, just to kind of seal it. You'll see it. It's about halfway up that wire, and you'll just have to work that in to get it flush so that it seals off where those wires go. And the last step is just, let's bolt it down. Get your hex bolts and feed them through the holes. Well, it's really not the last step. You still have to hook up the wires, but it's the last step of getting the spoiler mounted. It's also important when you tighten these, don't over tighten. Remember, this is actually being held in place by plastic. If you over torque it or you over tighten it, you can actually break, this plastic. You could crack it. So just be careful that you don't go too tight. You'll know, when you feel it start really getting firm, that should be tight enough. Now you could use a torque wrench. I don't use a torque wrench for this, but Honda recommends that you do, obviously. But those are down, they're tight, spoiler is mounted. Now we do the wiring. Okay, wiring up the spoiler is really pretty simple. You can't screw it up. You've got this one connector underneath the trunk, and here's the little harness adapter that came with your spoiler, and you basically just plug it in and make sure you've got it, there we go, it's in good and tight, connected, and then you simply connect the two leads here coming from the spoiler to this harness, and that's all there is to it. Make sure you've got a good tight connection all the way around on both leads. Okay, everything's wired up. Now in another video I'm going to have a tail blazer that I'm going to connect to this, and it will connect in between here. I'm going to do that in a separate video, and that lets the LEDs flash. So all that's really left to do now is plug the big plug here back into the cover that goes underneath, screw it all down, and hey, we should be ready to go. We'll test out our LED brake light and see if it works. Hey, look there, it works. What a miracle. Hey, you know what? I think the spoiler with the brake light is a huge safety feature. I think everybody with a Goldwing should have one. Not only, in my opinion, does it improve the looks of the rear end of the bike, I think it makes a dramatic difference in the appearance of the bike, but I think it's a big safety feature. The more light you have in back when people are coming up behind you, the better. And like I said, in another video, we're going to show you how to install the tail blazer so that when you touch your brakes, this thing will flash on and off. It'll also turn this into a running light so that it stays on all the time. I advise you to go to Direct Line Parts, order the Honda spoiler, color matched to your Goldwing. They make them for every year, and install it yourself. You can save yourself a bunch of money by doing it yourself. Direct Line Parts has the stuff. Go there now, order it, and get it on if you don't already have one.